okay, Chris?
Okay.
All right, let me ask you this. Your daughter's got a brain tumor, Chris, okay? I know you don't have a lot of money, but Chris, here's the deal. You got two options here, okay? I know you don't have a lot of money, but if money was not an option, we got a surgeon here who's willing to remove that tumor for about $2,800 in and out, probably an outpatient operation, number one. Number two, you got this guy who is the absolute best in the world, okay, world renowned. It's gonna cost a small fortune. Could be $300,000, could be $400,000. You don't even give a price till he's done, okay? He's that good, and you know what? You probably couldn't get him anyways, but if you could get him, and you didn't have to pay for it, Chris, who would you want?
The guy that's the best.
Oh, is that so? Now what, follow me on this, because he automatically, without ever considering any more qualifications right there, he's assuming because the price is here, he's the best, okay? I'm not kidding you. If you come in here, guess what? That's like going out and saying I'm a one-star hotel. Well, guess what? Then you're only a one-star hotel. Be a 5-star plus bonuses, okay? Put yourself up there and then deliver on what you say you're going to do. But don't worry about the money thing. Attack it head on, all right? Attack it head on. Be proud of what you do. Be proud of the fact that they got a problem, not you, okay? You're the one here investing in how to fix this damn stuff, not them. You take the time away from work, from home, from your kids right now to be here. Money out of your bank to be here. You can go home and study this stuff, okay? To fix their problem. It ain't your problem, okay? But you got to take that knowledge and that expertise, okay, and that confidence and bring it to their doorstep and let them know that you know you're the best there is. And you know what? Everything you need comes out of the expertise of Bob and I being up here, and Claude, and we hear Jeremy. You get many, many years that's coming at you, so you'll have the expertise to be there. But you've got to build that confidence in. Right? That's how you deal with the money issue with your clients. Because some of them will have an issue with it. If you hide it, and I promise you this, if you hide it to the end, and this is when the problem has been solved, and then they see you get a $25,000 check and you're really not getting anything, it will be a problem. I promise you. Okay? How do I know that? I've been there. I made that mistake. All right? All right. So after, what department are we in here? Oh, liquidation, yes. After liquidation, we have settlement. Settlement is one of the most important departments in our office, okay? You're like, well, what's settlement? Well, settlement kicks in when we get an offer to buy one of our houses. It's an offer. It's not an executed contract. It's a signature by a buyer. Settlement kicks in. What does settlement do? Settlement's got to make sure this damn thing closes, okay? Picture on a football field, you're 95 yards down the field right now, okay? At 96 yards, it reaches settlement department. 4 yards to go. Those 4 yards, my friends, are the hardest yards on the pitch, okay? They're the hardest ones to get through. Every player on that defensive side that was spread out amongst 100 yards is now crammed into 4 yards, and their sole purpose in existence is to make sure you fail. And you've got to appreciate that's how your closings are. Most closings fail after there's contracts to sell and they're just trying to get the closing table. Why? Because most investors think they've done their job by then and stop working when they should be working harder. Okay? Yes, anybody who's been on a football field will say, you know what? It sucks when we're within 5 yards. They'd rather try to score from 20 yards out. Okay? Because the defense is spread out. They have more options. Once they get in there, man, everybody's headhunting. They want to knock them off their horse. That's the only reason they exist, and you've got to appreciate that's how your closings are. You've done all the hard work, you marketed, you've got somebody to respond, you talked to the seller, they didn't hate you. You went one step further, you got to the bank, you negotiated debt, and it worked. You marketed to find a buyer, you found one. That's a lot of hard work right there. Okay? Don't drop the ball in settlement. That's why we have a settlement department. It's one of those overlooked departments that, believe me, we've spent a ton of money figuring out whether or not we should have one. How? Letting enough deals blow up. All right? It's just one of those things that forces action out of you. All right. All right. That's how we bring up our 5 departments. So we take the 3 departments that you're being introduced to, we break them down a little further. If you're one person, no big deal. Okay? Because each one of these departments just has different responsibilities. And all you have to do is appreciate the responsibilities of each department. Does that make sense? So that they don't get overlooked. And when we're talking tomorrow, after Jeremy talked about building your buyers, we're going to talk about getting buyers to the closing table. We're going to talk about different financing and funding products that are available and how to match your buyers to the right financing product that you have, given your investment strategy. For instance, if you have a buyer that's coming with FHA financing and you're gonna do our flip deal, it won't close. You gotta know that, know why, know how to flip them over to maybe a Fannie Mae product, no big deal, okay? Best have a good mortgage guy on your team though, wouldn't you think? Yeah, that'd be a good team member. Who in here are mortgage guys? One? That's all we got is one mortgage guy? Nice, woohoo! You work, let me ask you this. We all know the mortgage business sucks right now, so I'm not gonna ask that question. What?
That's not true, but
Huh?
that's not exactly true.
No, so no, you're right. You're 100% right, because in some areas it's awesome. Do you write FHA product?
Absolutely.
Your life is good right now, okay? If you write it, guess what? If you don't, your life sucks right now, okay? If you're just a broker and don't work for an FHA, you work for a direct lender, and you don't have access to FHA money, you ain't working too much today, are you? That's not the guy you want to be, is it? Yeah, you're in a good spot, which is awesome. All right, so we're going to talk about that stuff as well. I'm not even